What's up, everybody? Welcome to Heroclix Clash, a new channel dedicated to all things Heroclix. At first, I started this channel to live stream my home venue's IPF charity event, but then I started to think, what more could I bring to the Heroclix community? When me and my son started to play around Wonder Woman 80th, I got my hands on the comprehensive rulebook. At that point, the rules had just changed with Wonder Woman 80th. I started to read through the rulebook and realized that none of it made sense to me. From there, we found our home venue and we started to play every Wednesday. So at that point, I realized that this was a very complex game, and reading the rulebook was very important to the growth and development of us as players. But before I found the comprehensive rulebook, or even had the experience playing the game to start to understand the rulebook, I looked to YouTube to try to teach myself how to play. Even though there's some good resources on YouTube, I kept running into the same problem. No one on any Heroclix channel was explaining the comprehensive rulebook. With that said, I've decided to start a new series on this channel, and I've decided to call it New Player Orientation. What we'll be doing here is going over every chapter of the comprehensive rulebook in detail. That way maybe new players can get a little better grasp on what they're looking at when they open the comprehensive rulebook. So now that you know a little bit more about me, I won't take up any more of your time. Let's get right into New Player Orientation. In the first episode of New Player Orientation, we're going to go over the table of contents. I'm just going to go over what each of the chapters entail. I'm not going to go into the individual sections of each chapter until we get to that chapter. The first chapter in the comprehensive rulebook is characters, which we'll be covering in detail momentarily. The second chapter is assembling your force. Chapter 3 covers play areas. Chapter 4, game setup. Chapter 5 goes into victory conditions and how to win. In Chapter 6, we have important game terms and concepts. Chapter 7, actions, action tokens, and action totals. Chapter 8, triggered and passive effects. Chapter 9 is phase of turn, and 10 is moving. Chapter 11, attacks and attacking. Chapter 12 is attack sequence, and 13 is golden rules. 14 covers silver rules, and 15 covers map. 16 is terrain, and 17 is terrain markers. Chapter 18 is powers. Chapter 19 is abilities. 20 goes into using powers and abilities. 21 is powers and abilities, concepts and terms. 22, inherent abilities and key phrase clarifications. 23, keywords and theme teams. 24 is special characters, and 25 is additional game elements. 26 is multiplayer games. 27's the appendix, powers and abilities defined. Now that we've covered the table of contents, let's get into Chapter 1.